Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Sam Kwok here, one of the Kwok Brothers, and welcome back to your next stimulus check news. This is August 25th, 2020. Here is your next stimulus news. Some updates for you guys as far as what's happening to the unemployment check of $300 a week signed by President Trump. There are new and fresh lists of the states that have approved to accept the $300 a week. So I got the updated list for you guys, as well as the states that just applied for the unemployment benefit of $300 a week. So a couple of things before I go and name off the states that have been approved for the $300 a week unemployment. Texas has finally started paying its people for the $300 a week unemployment. Arizona, the first state that started paying, has now retroactively paid all of its qualifying individuals for the unemployment benefit of $300 a week. New York, surprisingly, has accepted the $300 a week unemployment benefits. Well, this is a surprise because the New York State Governor Cuomo, said he won't be accepting the $300 a week unemployment, but it turns out that they have, and New York will be another state that are going to be joining the approved list. So here are the states that have been approved for the $300 a week unemployment thus far. We have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and Vermont. And here are the states that applied but yet not have been approved: Wyoming, Arkansas, and West Virginia. And here are the states that are planning to apply and have yet to apply so far. We have Ohio, Virginia, Delaware, and Maine. So those are the states that have either been approved, applied, or plans to apply very, very soon. Now, just as a reminder, the $300 a week unemployment may go till December 6th, but most experts are saying that this funding will only be available for about 4 to 5 months before it runs out. Remember, the funding is coming from FEMA, and right now there's $44 billion at the start of this program, and when it hits $25 billion, that's when the $300 a week unemployment benefit will cease to exist. Now, if your state has been approved for the unemployment benefit of $300 a week, go and smash the like button to show a huzzah for the unemployment benefit. So go and smash the like button, turn that like button blue. Now, in order for the unemployment benefit to extend, it needs a Congress action. Congress needs to pass a bill or a stimulus package that would extend the unemployment benefit of $300 a week. Now, speaking of Congress and extending the $300 a week of unemployment, on last Saturday, when they passed the Delivering for America Act on the House side, the Republicans and Democrats both wanted to include an extension of the unemployment benefit as well as the $1,200 direct payment for your next stimulus check. They wanted to include that with the post office funding. Now, of course, I'm not going to blame this person, but Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, rejected the idea of introducing the unemployment benefit of $300 a week, as well as the $1,200 direct payment, as she has been opposing and continue to oppose any piecemeal or standalone stimulus bill, which seems ironic because the post office bill was also a standalone bill. But nevertheless, there was an opportunity on Saturday for the $1,200 direct payment to have been approved and passed, and also the unemployment benefit extension till December 27th. But obviously that didn't happen. So we're really counting on the negotiators to come back to discuss an extension of either of these items or more, because we definitely want to see some clarity and outcome when it comes to some of these other items that may need to be handled. So the question is, when is the next opportunity in time when the Congress and the lawmakers will come together to talk about the $1,200 direct payment, as well as the unemployment benefit of $300 a week or $600 a week extension? That may come September 7th, when the Congress will reconvene. They're going to be back in session, and that's when we can expect an actual conversation to take place around the topic of stimulus checks and also unemployment benefit, additional funding and help and assistance for eviction moratorium. We got liability protection that the Republican senators and lawmakers want. So September 7th might just be the day when the Congress and Senate comes together and agrees on something. Or it might get lucky and we may see something that comes earlier than September 7th by some margin of miracleness. So we definitely have to stay tuned, which means that you have to subscribe to your channel if you guys want the latest updates, information as to what's happening with the stimulus package and when can we expect to see that. Now, with our channel, we like to give you the direct, no fluff, to the point news. We don't like to, fluff it up. So if you guys want to save time and get all the headlines that you guys need, this is the channel, so definitely subscribe. So hypothetically speaking, let's say on September 7th, Congress comes together and they approve an additional $1,200 direct payment to all qualifying individuals. Well, who would be eligible and how would you get it? So the $1,200 direct payment is going to be very similar to what we've seen back in the CARES Act back in March of 2020. And I know it's been that long since the coronavirus pandemic. So let's say the $1,200 direct payment gets approved, and who would get it? So if you're making $75,000 adjusted gross income as an individual filer, if you're not married and you're not filing with someone else, you are qualified for the full $1,200 direct payment. If you are married or you're filing jointly, $150,000 adjusted gross income or less will give you the full $1,200 direct payment per each of you and your spouse or partner. So that's $2,400. And also, with this version of the stimulus package, there are no limits to how many dependents would qualify for the $500 check. And also, this version of the stimulus package that is on the table says that your dependent does not have to be 17 years old or younger to qualify for the $500 additional check for dependent. They could be 22, 23, as long as they are being claimed as your dependent on your tax return from 2019 or 2018, you would still qualify for the $500 per dependent, and there's no limit. So if you have 5 dependents or 6 dependents, you would qualify for $3,000 addition to $1,200 check or $2,400 if you're married and filing jointly. So that is the eligibility as far as the $1,200 direct payment stimulus check for you guys. It's just a reminder. Hopefully we can see a conversation take place sooner than September 7th when it comes to passing and approving an additional stimulus check. Also, just as a reminder, if you've not gotten your dependent check from the last round of stimulus check, the IRS has opened their portal for you to go and provide information and verify additional information. So if you're missing your checks or you're missing an amount, go let the IRS know that you were short on check. I know a lot of you guys that have dependents didn't get your dependent check the last round. So go to the IRS portal and get your information submitted so you can get your $500 check deposited. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up with some good news. COVID cases are declining. Hopefully we can see all COVID cases disappear and gone by Christmas time because I'm getting sick and tired of this. I don't know what you guys think, but go and comment down below. What do you guys think about this whole coronavirus pandemic? I know we're all tired of it. We wanna be done. We wanna be done. So with that being said, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We'll wrap this up. We'll come back tomorrow with some more updates for you guys. If I have any good news, I'll let you guys know. I'm all about positivity. So definitely subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's update.